Hey YouTube, you might have seen some of our content on Instagram. We're new here, but we have tons of ideas for interesting videos that we can make for you. So subscribe and stay along for this journey. Okay, back to the video.
Finally, our style icon Azan has also joined us. Hi Azan, welcome to the group.
Hi everyone, nice to be here.
Before you joined, we had a small brief introduction as to who all is who and which brands we represent. So finally, up to you, a small intro about you, buddy.
I'm azaansait. I'm from Bangalore. I'm the founder and chief happiness officer of the Hub Bengaluru. We're not just a co-living space. We also offer co-working. We pivoted into storage in the lockdown. And most recently, at the beginning of this year, we've launched a media house and a creative agency, because we believe we can take community and go to a lot more places than just real estate.
What changes have you done maybe in the last year around your business model? How have you found new or other or modified revenue streams? And what do you think the future of the business models within co-living looks like?
Yeah, so I think that's a great question. I think just as how our customers demand flexibility in terms of with the duration of the stay and the pricing, I think as a business model, we have lots of different opportunities to monetize. And that's what we basically asked ourselves about a year ago. We've gone ahead and run a couple of experiments. So one vertical which we did expand into was storage. We noticed that a lot of our tenants were moving out of city and a lot of retail stores were closing. So storage was one example that we were able to go and branch into. We also have created a very unique offering called a creator studio in our properties. So we realized that a lot of content creators are looking to up their game, and we attract more of an artsy creative crowd. So we set up a podcasting studio and a videography studio, and that seemed to get a really good response as well. So I think overall it's just being flexible and trying out a lot of new ideas, because now the last year has given us the opportunity to do that. I think another potential thing which could be interesting to a lot of players is to explore dark kitchens. Because that was something that was growing a lot also. We're having a lot of conversations with players in that space.
Do you have any expansion plans with no fixed commitments of rentals? Do you have any expansion plans in mind?
So, Atul, when we started almost 4.5 years ago, it was an uphill battle to climb. So landlords wouldn't even entertain the idea of revenue share. I think what the pandemic has done is it's accelerated the development of community on the back end in the co-living space. So we often talk about community for our members, but I feel like for once, as landlords, as operators, as tech stack providers, we've all come a lot more closer together and are willing to work together on terms that benefit everyone. So now I see a much more clearer path ahead, and I think moving forward, it's going to be much more easier to leverage these relationships and to expand with things like revenue share and closer relationships between the operator and the landlord.
Okay, interesting. And last year when we met, you were primarily into co-working and co-living, and you started a small media house that time, which has become really, really big and famous now. So what was the whole idea about the pivoting in the model when you started?
I mean, the idea was simple. We realized our real estate business was going to be on ice for about 12 months. And my only objective was I didn't want to let go of my team. So the goal was, how can I pivot, like pivoting an asset, how can I pivot my manual assets, my human assets? And what I realized that our team was really good at was fostering community, doing events, and a lot of digital stuff. So that's how we got into it. We actually are talking to a lot of players in the co-working and co-living space for how we can manage their communities online. Because I think there's a lot of interesting things that can be done online, and this is all the stuff that can be monetized. So brands actually look at online social media and online community building as an expense. To us, it's our largest revenue generator right now. So it's pretty interesting what opportunities lie in that space.
Azan, how big is community in terms of the co-living?
I completely agree with Mr. Yogesh. I think I'm one of the only people on this panel where I can say I'm representing my audience. So I think it's an investment in that people are willing to make in their social lives. And that's what sets us apart as the hub, at least, because we want to be that cool place where you come and you meet new people. And what after the pandemic, there's so much pent up need for community. There's been so much isolation, so much focus on mental health and wellness, that people are craving the opportunity to come out and again meet people and have a thriving social life. So I think that's going to play into our favor. I think the dark days of the pandemic are behind us, and I think the next decade is a golden age of co-living that we're going to be walking into.
What does the youth say about the future?
No, I think this is a fantastic platform. Thank you so much for having me here, Atul. I think as the smallest player here, I think there's fantastic opportunity for cross-learning for each of us. And I'm super excited in this space. I think everyone is optimistic about the direction in which things are going. And I look forward to taking part in the next session that you organize. I hope it's soon.
Thanks for watching that video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon if you want to get a notification every time we upload a new video. See ya.